Hello, friends. Here's another beautiful passage from Joel Goldsmith. He says, "The longer we carry around in our thought the fears of this world, the less chance we have of losing them. They must be dropped first. They cannot be dropped psychologically. That has been tried. We cannot psychologize ourselves out of our fears. There is only one way in which we can drop the concerns of the human world, and that is to let the Christ fill our consciousness, to have the constant awareness of this hidden manna. I live, yet not I, but Christ liveth in me." Or as Rameshji would say, a total acceptance that whatever happens is God's will, a total acceptance that no one, including myself, is the doer of their actions. And so, you see this question of fear, which is the number one problem maker in our lives. As Goldsmith says, we've tried everything in terms of psychology. But when we live this living that let the Christ fill our consciousness, what he is saying indirectly is that instead of looking and pointing fingers at people, knowing that the one consciousness functions through everyone, including myself, when our consciousness is filled with that unity consciousness, and not mired in separation, that everyone is an autonomous individual entity acting of their own accord, then the fears start falling away. Because you see, what happens is you realize that if you are meant to be harmed, ultimately it would be your destiny and God's will. If it wasn't God's will that you be harmed, you would not be harmed. And Goldsmith always references this quotation of Jesus very often when he tells Pilate, "Thou hast no power over me unless it was given to thee from above." Means unless God gave Pilate that power, what power did Pilate have over Jesus? So when we see in our lives this overriding principle that if it is our destiny to be hurt, then the person through whom the hurt has happened is irrelevant. We start fearing people less and less, and we start fearing situations less and less. Because now we know that, as Goldsmith says, in his terms, he refers it to the Christ filling our consciousness. We could call it anything. We can call it Shiva consciousness, God consciousness, anything. Anything which is not the little me consciousness, me and identified with name and form as a separate body. And so, the fears are no longer stemming from a vindictive, vicious attack on us by a force apart from God. So this could actually, we could delve into this subject of fear in detail, perhaps in one of the Zoom talks or in another podcast, but I wanted to just share this little bit with you on fear and what Goldsmith refers to have the constant awareness. I live, yet not I, but Christ liveth in me. And as Rameshji would, of course, again refer to Jesus' words, "Not my will, O Lord, but thine be done." Thank you.